Kieran McIver here with Boxing Bants Ireland, and very happy to be joined with newly turned over pro Matthew Tyndall Jr. Matthew, you've just turned over with Jay Byrne Promotions. Jay has just started up a very new promotion and a new stable, and one of the people that he was very excited to release as a name that was joining the stable was you. How did it come about that you were going to turn over pro with Jay?
Jay, I've known Jay for years now, and I knew Jay was very ambitious when he was boxing as a professional. And when I got training with him a few months ago, he explained to me what he was going to get in after he retired, and it sounded very promising. And I know the way Jay is. Once he starts something, he goes until he gets it. And I trust Jay, and I believe that he will reach very great. Uh, he'll do great as a promoter or manager, so there's no doubt I'd go with him.
Hmm. Why now? Like, why did you say right now this is the time I'm going to turn over pro now with Jay? Like, were you already looking to turn over with someone?
About a year ago, I was going to go over to Wayne McCullough in Las Vegas. He was going to be my trainer, but I tore ligaments in my hand and I was out for about 6 months. And in that meantime, I stopped training and I put on a good bit of weight. And then I stopped, and then I texted Jay then about 4 months ago to help me get back, and he's helped me, and then we just clicked from then, and then that's I haven't looked back since.
What did Jay outline what his plans were for you? Like, what was his end goal for you? Obviously, I imagine his end goal for you was to win a world title, but did he explain the pathway that he wanted to go? Did he have that type of conversation with you?
Yeah, we're gonna take it slow. There's no rush. As I said, I'm only 20. I'm young. I want to get a good few fights, maybe seven, eight, 9 fights. Then we want to go for maybe a Celtic title, and then after that an Irish, and then after that a Celtic or a international or intercontinental, and then European, and then hopefully world. But yeah, it's all about taking the slow at the start, making the debut, and then take it from there.
So you have a quite a prestigious background in amateur boxing. You've had well over 100 fights, and I was looking through some of your fights on BoxRec, and you've fought some very big names, beaten a lot of people. You're nine-time national champion. Um, when did you start boxing? Like, what was it that got you into boxing?
Years ago, as I said the other day, we were down in Bray Boxing Club, St. Katie for years training. Um, I think that kind of grew on you as a kid, watching someone succeed so much, and then my dad being so as my coach for years, being so invested into me, it's just pushed me on to keep growing as a fighter, and that's pushed me on, and then me and my dad have a great team together, and we've won 9 Irish titles together, so it's been great.
How old were you when you started?
I was When I started proper boxing, I was about 6, and the first time I've ever stepped in a boxing club was 4. We were down the beach one day. We walked in and went in to watch Katie train. But the first time I was properly boxing was 6.
So that's about what you're 20, so that's about 14 years ago. So you're talking um you're talking the year 2010.
Yeah, around there. Yeah,
Yeah. So Katie would have been a world championship
yeah.
medal winner, a gold medal winner at that time, and it was just in the process of challenging for Olympics.
Yeah.
Um, were you like, do you have many memories of like, did you train much with Katie? Were you around her much, or did you remember much about that time?
Yeah, I didn't train so much with her, but I remember sitting on the ring a lot, watching her train, watching her on the pads of pee, shadow boxing, skipping, and I just remember all that. I was a bit young to be training with her. Obviously, she was like world champion then, and I was only a kid. But I remember years, bit like when I was a kid, she'd come in with Adidas boxing bags with gloves, home shields, skipping ropes for me as little presents, and like she was always great like that, and she always helped kids like that in the club.
Was she one of your biggest idols in boxing, or is there a particular boxer that you would have looked up to?
Yeah, Katie was the first the first person you'd look up to, especially from being around the same area. You're gonna look up to someone as great as that.
What's interesting about that is like Katie was always about the goal of the Olympics and creating a pathway for women in the Olympics. But
Yeah,
for you, it seems like you wanted to be a professional quite young because you are very young. She turned over pro very late.
yeah.
Why did you want to pursue the pro game so young?
Um, I was Irish champion every year, and I feel like I wasn't getting enough opportunities for what I was winning. Um, I only have about 10 fights for Ireland out of titles. It should be way more than that. And I lost out on a few opportunities in a couple of Europeans and Worlds, and it just sickens you. And then I feel like I wasn't getting enough out of it as I should have. So I feel like I should go pro and do stuff on my own terms.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, definitely. So am I right in saying did your father have something to do with the Bray Boxing Club opening?
No, my granddad did.
Yeah.
It was called St. Fergal's first. Him and my granddad, or him and my granddad and Pete opened the boxing club St. Fergal's, and that then
Mm,
later turned to the Bray Boxing Club. But they both opened it up, and yeah, my dad trained with Heidi and her brother Lee for years.
mm.
Um, so our family's been around that for years.
What's the boxing club you're in now? Is that just your own personal one?
It's my own gym we built. We had no club for a while, so we built this gym outside. We have a good few bags, treadmills, weigh station, and everything you need. So
Yeah.
it was, uh,
It looks like something from the US or something like that. It looks nice. So I want to ask you about when you were in the States. You got some very good quality sparring over there. Some very good clips, and one I was sent in particular that was quite impressive was when you were basically sparring Ashton Silva, who's signed with Jake Paul. And he's about 10 or 11 and 0. I think he's 11 and 0, but he's about 10 knockouts. But did very well now. I actually sent that on to Paulie Malignaggi, and he was actually really impressed with it. What did you learn about your time over there, sparring in America?
it was great. It was. I sparred Ashton Silva. His that spar wasn't really a spar. It was a fight because sparring is about learning. That wasn't learning. That was thrown into the deep end. He tried
Mm,
to take me, but he couldn't. It was a 50-50 spar. And then I think he was a bit annoyed that he couldn't get the better of me, so he started getting a bit dirty in the spar, pulling my head down, hitting blows, elbows, headbutts, everything. But then I sparred another pro that's I think he's 12 and 0 now, JJ Zamora. He's in Las Vegas. That was a very good spar. It was a clean spar.
mm.
He'd learned much more off that one, and he was really respectful after it and all. And that was one of my favorite spars. And then not only that, we're over there with Wayne McCullough for a while. Cards. He was taking sessions with us, so we created a very good relationship with Wayne over there, and it was great. That was one of the best trips.
What struck you the difference over in America in comparison to Ireland? Like I presume, like America when I lived there, it's a very the gyms are very much pro based, professional
Yeah,
boxing based, and it's very much sink or swim kind of thing. You come in and no one's going to really teach you anything unless you have a bit about you, and it seems quite ruthless. Whereas it's very much high performance amateur over here in Ireland. What did you find it was like?
It's exactly what you just said there. It's either kill or be killed over there. You have to really like take care of yourself. There's no feeling sorry for yourself if you get caught. You have to keep going and feel like there's no point looking back at your corner trying to help you out. You have to fight for yourself. Different over here. I think over here you can. I think over there is more ruthless. You're either good enough or not. Over there, I think.
Stylistically, how did you find it different in sparring partners?
Um, they were more aggressive. I feel. I feel like in America they're groomed to be a professional from a young age. I think over here you're taught as an amateur, and there's no pro scene really over here compared to over there. So they're groomed from a young age to, for pro style, and you could tell that in spars the way they're so strong, aggressive, and everything. Like it's a big difference. It is from here to there.
Mhm. Um, Someone over in America that's doing very well actually at the moment is Callum Walsh, who you actually fought in the Irish under-18s All Ireland and you beat him. Um, Now he's obviously quite a few fights ahead of you now, but do you ever think was maybe a reason of Turner Pro was looking at him and seeing how well he's doing, and maybe thinking maybe you could meet him down the line sometime?
Um, yeah, now like looking at him, seeing how good he's doing, I beat him. Like it was a good decision. It was a good fight. There's a clear winner in it. It was a good, it was a good indicator to see how far I can go with seeing how far he's got. But it's not about looking at other people and wishing I was in their boots because I have to make my own little way through. So it's about myself now and getting as far as I can. But it gives me a lot of confidence seeing the way he's gone for myself.
What weight are you going to campaign at a pro?
I'm gonna start off at welter and then I'm gonna eventually get down to light welter. Uh, I'm very close to welter now, so it's just about gradually bringing it down then to light welter.
Jay has spoken about a big list of shows that he's going to be releasing soon. I imagine your plan to be on the first one. Has he mentioned the date, venue, or anything like that?
Um, he's mentioned a few, but nothing set in stone yet. I have to wait. Everyone has to wait until Jay announces it. It's not for me to say yet. Um, single one, I want to be very active.
Yeah.
Um, I want to be learning and improving every single show. So the more, the better for me.
Right. Well, look, before I go, I'll say your style. What can people expect from you as a boxer?
They can expect excitement, but not stupid war kind of style. Hit and not get hit, but damaging. I'll be catching them and they won't be catching me. So it'd be very good to see. A lot like the way Terence Crawford fights. Very good jabs, slipping, all that. So hopefully it will reflect like that.
Right. Well, Matthew, really appreciate your time.
Yeah,
Really enjoyed it, and yeah, looking forward to Jay's next show. I have to say, the scene is starting to boom a bit now in the
yeah,
south, so yeah, it'll be exciting to see.
yeah. Thanks for having me. And can
No,
I say thanks to the sponsors, Toughwear and NXT Nutrition. They help a lot.
all right. Thanks very much,